Okay, so um, I think I've found my soulmate. But the only problem is she lives in Australia and I live in Canada, and so that's quite far away. And I only met her one time at a party, and yeah, we really hit it off at the party. Um, but she has some flaws. Um, One, I think she's slept with hundreds or maybe even thousands of men, which I'm okay with. I'm not particularly bothered by that, but some people might consider that a flaw, and I think she slept with my best friend as well. And that was a little bit tougher to take. I don't actually know, but I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure she cheated on her boyfriend to sleep with my best friend. And she kind of looks like the Steve Buscemi of females. And you might not know exactly what I mean by that. I don't mean she looks like a female Steve Buscemi. I mean, so like Steve Buscemi, he's a pretty distinctive looking kind of guy. So imagine that kind of distinctive impression. Um, but imagine it like that's what she would look like as a female. So like you think about how you feel when you see Steve Buscemi, and then imagine what it would be like if that was turned into seeing a female. But I don't want you to think that this is somehow insulting. I consider myself the Steve Buscemi of fat people. So it's like, again, I have an okay looking face, but I'm a little fat. Not morbidly obese or anything like that. Just a little fat. Um, but so imagine you're looking at like a guy that's kind of fat, and he's like the Steve Buscemi of like a guy that's a little fat, because it's like it's a very like distinct, surprising way in which he's a little fat. It's not bad. It's just it's very distinctive, and you can't sort of look away because of you know how this person is shaped, and so she is, yeah, the Steve Buscemi of females, and she's very thin, and she has a distinctive face, and I'm a little bit worried about bringing this up because I really do think she is my soulmate, and I really do think I'm going to be ultra famous, and that from becoming ultra famous, I'm gonna win her heart, because she'll fall in love with how much money I have, and and because of my the beautiful words I say and all that. It will be a whole like package of things. But so yeah, I'm a little bit worried that she'll someday hear this, as these tapes are immortalized, and that she'll be offended that I call her the Steve Buscemi of females, because it's not what you think. She doesn't look like a female Steve Buscemi. Just a very distinctive looking kind of woman is what I'm saying. So, but anyway, so yeah, she slept with my best friend, and she slept with maybe 30 to 80,000 men. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, she seems like maybe, um, maybe she had a very, wild 20s. Um, yeah, I'm fine with that. That's okay. Um, but I think she's my soulmate, and um, when I met her at this party, it was sort of this impression like that it was sort of like um, all everything fell away, and it was just us, sort of, um, looking at each other, and it was like we had seen each other for the millionth time, and that there was like a million dimensions in which this had happened before. That's what it was like. And she was very charming. What she did is, we were going to talk. I can't remember. I'm starting to forget. It's been quite a few years since I've talked to her. I think maybe even like 5 years since I've talked to her. But yeah, she told me her horoscope, and then that was pretty boring. No, it was okay. It was okay. And then she asked me my horoscope, and I refused to tell her what my horoscope was, because I immediately knew we were incompatible. And I didn't want her to think that our horoscopes were incompatible, because I knew what her horoscope was, and I knew what mine was, and I knew that because they're close together but not the same ones, that was definitely incompatible. So I didn't want her to think that there was incompatibility, and I already knew, like, since we had that weird, like, thing where it's like everything fell away and we were like in the cosmos together, that I already sort of knew at that point. And then she did a very sweet thing. It was probably the sweetest thing that any woman has ever done, and women have not done a lot of sweet things for me. So we were talking, and then this guy, one of my friends, he was going to go sit down, and then she pulled the seat as he was going to sit down. That doesn't sound like it. It's like she did pull it, and then he like fell back on his chair and injured his spine or anything like that. She went to pull it as if she didn't want him to sit down between us, and then he did anyways. But anyways, so then I tried to contact her after, and she would have nothing to do with me. And so I left her alone, because I was like, okay, I tried to be polite, and I left her alone for quite a while. And then she ended up having a boyfriend, and occasionally bugged her on Facebook, but always tried to be never, too upfront, because she really sort of made this impression that she never wanted anything to do with me, and she, I don't know, I occasionally, I don't know, but anyways, time passed, and then she had to go back to Australia, but in the meantime, it was like, I can't explain it exactly, but it was like her soul was visiting my soul and sort of tugging on my soul, as if like that we were communicating together. And I guess one thing that's really quite special about her is, I think when she was young, she watched way too much television, and I think that is something that is something I share with her. That when I was young, I watched way too much television, and so it might not be easy to understand, but together, the two of us, we watched so much television that like it's like a special thing, like a special connection that we share together, and because we've watched so many, like, episodes of Night Court and The Simpsons and Captain Planet, that that we have like this kinship. You can't imagine. But yeah, like I also sort of came to the realization that, like, if I did have a soulmate, she would definitely be living in Australia. Like like if you think about it, if you think about soulmates, right? So you know, your soulmate is like almost like your doppelganger, or like your the sort of the yin or the yang, or like the thing that complements your soul, like if like two not two peas in the pod, but like, the yin and the yang. There's like a perfect harmony or union between the two souls. So if my soul like had some sort of perfect union, it would not be, someone that has it all together and really knows what's going on, but it would be a person that like spent way too much time watching television, and then it could only make sense that like the perfect person for my soul would be on the other side of the planet, and also like be frustrated that their soulmate is on the other side of the planet. Like it's there's no other way that like there's no other way that it could be any other way. And so despite sort of all these flaws that I mentioned, and I don't even think of them as flaws, it doesn't bother me. I think that my soulmate lives in Australia, and I think this will probably sound a little bit silly, or maybe a little bit over dramatic, but I think we are some sort of spiritual like dyad, like something like I think in Egyptian mythology, there's the female and the male dyad. It's in the god, and I think we create like the god Barbello. If you look at mythology, that somehow if we ever like banged, we would create some sort of like god-like presence, and like a wormhole would open, and like there would be peace on earth after we banged. So that's why like I think it would be good, if somehow I wasn't poor, so that I could save money, and then go to Australia and meet my soulmate, and we could form this perfect like spiritual union. And yeah, it's a complex kind of love. It's not as a soulmate. It's like it's not it's not just like, she knows like my favorite color, and we met through mutual friends. It's like we're absolute we're both huge fuck ups. Watch too much TV, and we absolutely need to be on the other side of the planet, because if our two souls ever merged, like a wormhole would open up, and create peace on Earth, and we're both way too like too nervous about that happening. We like TV too much for there to be peace on Earth, is what I'm trying to get at. And so if you live in Australia, let her know. Let her know, but maybe don't, because I don't want her to knowing that I called her the Steve Buscemi of females, because she is an absolute firecracker. She does not take shit. That's what I like about her. It's like she is a very she's very she would not like me saying that, but it's not actually true. She's a lovely lady. I hope she never hears this. But I do hope I become famous, and that I become famous enough to like win her heart. So So, yeah, just some things for you to chew on there. If if you are from Australia, yeah, look out for her because she's a lovely lady.